Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. Today, if you see my last video, you would know that I put the rebuilt T56 in, and I kind of fucked up the clutch fork, which I'll show you here. This is the clutch fork right here, and this is the bolt on the T-bolt that kind of holds it in. Well, somehow, I'm not really quite sure. I think I screwed up putting the edge of this thing on like the throwout bearing, and somehow, if you can see right there, I ripped all the threads out of the friggin' mid plate on the transmission. So I had to tear the transmission all the way back out, and now today we get to friggin' put a helicoil in there. So I've never put a helicoil in, but I watched a ton of other people do it on YouTube, and honestly it doesn't look too bad. So basically all I'm going to do is drill out the hole a little larger than you're supposed to with my friggin' trusty Harbor Freight drill right here. It's a 21/64 bit, which is kind of a weird size. I had to search around a couple hardware stores to find that thing, which was, I have a million drill bits, but somehow I don't have a 21/64, so whatever. I got a 21/64 bit. I'm going to remote the hole on the back of the transmission. We're going to tap it with this thing, and then we're going to put one of those helicoils in. I guess I'm going to, let you guys watch, because honestly I've never done it before, but it doesn't look too hard, so I'm just going to set the friggin' camera up under here. If you can see, like I said, I already spent time this morning pulling the transmission out again, and everything else that's friggin' there, the drive shaft, the torque arm, the friggin' exhaust, blah 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 blah, all the wiring and everything. And so now I'm at the point, this is the hole. This is the hole right here that it's supposed to go in, and like I said, the hole's friggin' thrashed. I don't know if the camera can see in there, but there's no threads left in there. So all I'm gonna do, like I said, is drill that thing out some more, tap it, put the helicoil in, and hopefully call it a day. Hopefully. So like I said, I'm just gonna set this camera up and let you guys come on the journey with me. Word. Alright, so we're gonna get started now. So basically, when you drill into metal like this, you should really lube it up with some oil, or some penetrating oil, or some drilling oil, or some old bullshit like that. Whatever you got laying around. For me, I got some transmission fluid laying around because I just did the transmission, obviously. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of fluid on this freaking thing here. And good enough. Close this up so I don't spill it. And then, obviously, when you're drilling into this thing, get some of that fluid on there. So obviously, when you're drilling into this thing, you want to get in there straight, like fucking straight, because you don't want to end up with a cock bolt, because especially with this thing, because if you guys can see here, that T-bolt fits right into this indent right there. And if this is off center at all, it's not going to end up fitting in there. So, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up, right? I think we can go a little more than that. Yeah, that looks pretty fucking good. So now I think I'm just gonna get my vacuum cleaner right back there, and how far is that? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna get my vacuum cleaner back there and vac the shavings out of this thing. This is the T-bolt and the new bolt, grade 8 of course. And then that's just gonna end up in there just like that. So basically, all I gotta do now is tap this, and we're gonna put that helicoil insert in there. So same thing with the tap. You want to get some oil on that thing. You don't want to go in there dry. Good. Actually, you know what? I'll put a little more on just to be safe. Like I said, you can use any kind of lubricant. This is transmission fluid just because I had that left over. So that's what I'm using. So now I'm just going to start this thing in here. Is that even going to fit? Ah, that's going to be in the way. I got to think of a different way to do this now. Alright, so this is kind of hack-a-jack, but it works. This is a 3/8 socket. And it fits in 3/8 socket. So let's do this. So obviously you want to just start this thing off slow and turn it the right way. And of course make sure it's going in straight. That's the most important part. Alright guys, it's cutting, and I'm in straight. So as you're cutting and you start to feel it get tight, just back it off a little bit and it'll break those shavings off. You can feel it. And just keep on trucking. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see in there, I hope so. That actually worked out really, really well. So I'm going to vac these shavings out, just like I did the other one. Alright, so now the helicoil just goes on to the end here. And I'll show you in a sec. There's a little tang on the bottom, and as you push it up on the tool, it catches right on that tang. Oh, this one's a little effed up actually. I think I'm going to try a different one. Alright, so this one catches perfect. You can see right on the end right there, as you get it in there all the way, it catches on that tang on the bottom. So essentially now, we're just going to start threading this in. Nice and easy. think I might want it to go in a little more than that. And there she goes. Now you saw that tang that was on the bottom right there. We just got to get a punch in there and punch that through. So I'm going to go and get a, I don't know, something to punch that in with. And then I'll show you. Alright, so I got my Allen wrenches. I think the Allen wrench might be perfect to knock that tang off. Get a bigger one. So basically, like I said, I've never done this before. I've just watched a couple other people do it. You just have to break that tang off. And there it is. She's out. Now I think I'm just gonna try to vac that tang out of there. Yep, we're good. We cleared it. So all I'm going to do now, is put some Loctite on this thing, and I think we're fucking home, guys. I think we're home. Blue Loctite, obviously. I don't want to do the red. We'll never get this thing out. Although, come to think of it, I really should have Loctited the thread insert, but fuck it, too late now. So Loctite, and then fork. Alright, so basically that's it, guys, down here. I'm just going to tighten this up, and after I tighten that up, I'm going to button this whole thing up, and hopefully I'm showing you guys pressing the clutch in and starting this car up. So for you guys it'll be, you know, in a second from now. For me it's going to be a couple hours, so stick around. Alright guys, so I got everything buttoned up. The tranny actually slid in like friggin' butter. It's never done that for me before, so that was actually pretty I guess it was weird, because I usually have to fight with the thing, but it literally slid right into place. Probably because I never took it off the jack, so it stayed exactly where it was supposed to. And I just put the slave into the transmission, and I'm about to push the clutch pedal, and I guess I'll take you guys with me, so if I fail, you get to see me act like a little baby, and if it goes down the way it's supposed to, then you get to celebrate with me. So here we go. Yay! I have a clutch again. Oh, it feels so good. I have a clutch again. Oh, this is so wonderful. I guess I'm gonna button a couple things up and start this fucking thing. This car hasn't been started in a couple of months, so I don't even know if I'm gonna need a jump, but I hope not. Hope it'll start right up. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna button the shit up and then we'll start it up. Well, all right, guys. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna try to start this thing. Like I said, I haven't started it in a couple months, so honestly, I don't know if the battery's dead or if it's gonna start or what. But fuck it, we're gonna see together. Button up the exhaust, but she's fucking running. I'm really happy guys. So you saw it. I'm fucking so pumped about this. I haven't been able to drive my car in freaking months. The last time I really drove it was when I went racing back in August. You guys saw that video a couple videos ago. That was literally the last time I drove it. It's almost basically Thanksgiving is next week, so that'll give you guys an idea of how long it's been since I've got to drive the car. So the engine, the tranny is completely rebuilt, and she's up there. So yeah, I just got to button up a couple of things, and I can get her off the fucking cinder blocks finally, and actually get her down in the garage. That's gonna be so good, so good. I'm so fucking pumped about this. You guys have no idea. If there's one thing you can take away from this video, so basically, when you're working hard, working late, working a lot of hours trying to get something done, stop, take your time, make sure you're doing everything right, because I clearly fucked up the clutch fork, and obviously you saw it friggin' turned into a whole bunch of bullshit that I really didn't want to deal with. But she's good now, and yeah, I guess that's what you can take away from this video. If you guys like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.